Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, I'm going to be giving you my top tips to lose weight and be healthy. These to me seem really basic, but I do realize that some people are just starting out in their journey, or they haven't done any research, or they're just so overwhelmed with so many programs and experts and YouTubers and Instagrammers and personal trainers everywhere. I know because I was once there. It's just like, whoa, where do I begin? So I'm going to try and break it down today so you guys can just go, okay, these are simple steps that I can do and I can achieve and I can put in place. It's not too overwhelming. You don't have to cut out everything and just eat chicken and broccoli and run 22 kilometers a day. That's not what I'm about. I just want to give you some basic steps to kickstart you and give you a little bit of energy and a little bit of motivation to maybe take the next step after that. So here's a couple of my favorite, just basic tips that will really help you, I think, if you're just beginning in your journey or you fell off the bandwagon and you're like, oh, I just don't know where to start. So here goes. Number one, go into your cupboard, get a big garbage bag and get rid of the crap. I know that you're like, what am I going to do with it? Just throw it out. Take it to a women's shelter or a homeless shelter, but get rid of your processed crap. If it's not in your house and you're starving and you've only got fresh, healthy ingredients, you're going to settle for that. Well, unless you go and drive and get takeout. But overall, if it's not in your cupboard, you don't think about it. I know myself, if there's chocolate or something sweet or unhealthy in my cupboard and I know it's there, I eat it. If there's leftover birthday cake, I eat it. It's there, it's screaming at me. But if it's not in your cupboard or your fridge, then it's a lot less likely that you're gonna actually consume it. So do a big clean out and start fresh. Number two, start walking. And I know walking doesn't feel like you're doing a lot, but it has so many benefits and it's so good for your body. In the morning on an empty stomach is the best time of day to do it to burn fat. Okay, so if you can do this 5 to 7 times a week, you will notice massive changes in your bodies within a couple of weeks. Plus, getting out in the fresh air, it just does something to your mind. For me, if I don't start my day with a walk, I just find I'm a little bit more stressy or not anxious, but a bit more on edge. When I start the day with a walk, moving my body, moving energy and being in the fresh air, I'm so much more happier. I'm so much more motivated to eat well. I'm so much more clearer with my thinking. Honestly, trust me on this, and it's low impact. If you haven't exercised in years, or you've just had a baby, or you've got a lot of weight to lose and you're not quite ready to start an intense program or go into a gym, just get walking. I recommend minimum 45 minutes, but the longer you walk, the better. Obviously, don't go walking 5 hours. You know what I mean? If you can walk for an hour a day, honestly, one of the best tips that I can do, and it's so easy. It's no pressure on your joints. You can put music in, you can put a podcast in, or you can just enjoy the chirping birds. Get on it. Number three, as soon as you get up, always have a big glass of water. Personally, I like to have warm water with a wedge of lemon squeezed into it. When you've been sleeping at night, your body is so dehydrated. So this just helps to, one, hydrate you, get rid of some toxins, and get things moving for the day, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm talking about a poop. It just helps to get things, flushed out and moving right. And it also sets up, if it's warm, it helps to set up your digestive, I can never say that word, your digestive system, okay? So I have 500 mils. I actually bought a glass that is 500 mils. So every single morning, without a doubt, I have that. If you just have a cup, that's fine. Just have water in the morning and pop a bit of lemon in there. Number four, have some type of plan. It doesn't need to be strict. It doesn't need to be too detailed, but you need some sort of plan and goals in place. Have short-term goals and long-term. So the short-term ones are really there for you. So each week that you can kind of fist pump and be like, yes, I've achieved something. And that kind of helps keep you motivated to keep going, because weight loss in general is, most of the time, it's a long, hard, emotional journey. And if you just set one long-term goal, and it's over here and here's your starting position, you take a little step, it's like, ugh, it feels like it's so far away to reach. But if you've got those little goals that you're achieving along the way, that really helps you and motivates you to keep going. And without a plan, you're kind of just like winging it. And you need to have some sort of idea of what you're doing and when you're doing it. So whether it's committing to 3 or 4 walks a week, it's committing to your water, and it's committing to making sure that you have at least 1 meal with a whole plate of vegetable. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you have some sort of plan and direction to help you get towards your goal. Number 5, this one is really important, I find, especially working with females, and I'm guessing most of you following are females. Grab a buddy, an accountability buddy, someone to do it with you, someone to support you. If you don't have someone, that's where a program comes in really handy. If you can get face-to-face, that's awesome, where you have classes, you get to chat with trainers and other girls going through the same thing. If you don't have a gym, if you're in a remote area or you can't afford a gym, get an online program, but an online program that provides support. And obviously that's something that we provide in all of my programs. So we have forums where you get to speak with trainers that I put in there. I'm in all of them as well, so I touch base with everyone. And I just find having someone to talk to and understand what you're going through, whether we have girls that just post like, oh, I'm having such a hard day, I feel like giving up. And all of a sudden there's like 20 girls jumping on there, giving them reasons not to, giving them tips, and just showing them a bit of love. I find that is so important because, I don't know, we all just have days where we want to give up. We all have days where it's a bit harder, and to have like a backbone of support that just can pick you up again, it's just key. Number 6, I find this one, and you can speak with another health professional or someone at a health food store or a naturopath, but I would say most people have not done a full course of probiotics in a long time. We get prescribed antibiotics and so many medications and pills and things that totally destroy our gut lining, and good health starts with good gut health. And doing a full course of probiotic just puts that good bacteria back in our gut, and that helps our food to digest, it helps our vitamins to be absorbed, it helps our skin, it helps our energy. There's so many reasons to have good gut health, and doing a full course of probiotics is something I feel most people need to do every now and again. So if you haven't done it before, go and speak to a health professional at the health food store. Most of the flanneries on the Gold Coast have naturopaths in there, or go and book in with a naturopath and do a bit of research into it. But I advise, and I feel like most people would need it. That's something that, really helps. Number 7, they say it takes 3 weeks to break a habit. I say for a good solid month, you're gonna be a little bit unbalanced, but commit to this. No alcohol, no deep fried takeaway foods, so McDonald's, KFC, Hungry Jack's, Pizza Hut, all of that kind of stuff. And refined sugars, really try to cut all 3 of those out. Like white breads and pastas and candies and cakes and soft drinks, all the obvious things that you know are not good for you. Just commit to a month. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but you will feel the biggest difference in your body. Your bloat will go, your skin will feel and look better, you'll just have more energy, you'll have more motivation, you'll honestly feel like a new person. You won't have a hangover, you won't just constantly be feeling like shit. I think some people forget how good they can feel because they're so used to feeling like crap. So for a month, just promise me now, from today, commit to that. No alcohol, no deep fried takeaway foods, and refined processed sugars. Okay? You got this. Number 8. This one's kind of optional, but I find it's the best way to track your progress is to take before and after photos. They can be pretty confronting when you see a photo of yourself in a bra and undies or bikinis. You're like, oh my God, like I didn't realize where I am now. Like, how did that happen? It can be confronting, but it's also like a good kick, like hard truth in your face, like exactly where you're at. Scales are really good, like numbers, but I find girls get really fixated on numbers, and your body shape can be changing and things can be changing, and sometimes the numbers don't reflect that, and then that can be really demotivating. With taking photos, the camera doesn't lie, you can physically see what's changing, what needs improving, and I just think it's the best way to track your progress. That's optional, but I find it really helpful and really motivating. Number 9, my last and final tip, but definitely not the least. Don't give up. You are gonna have days where you're like, stuff this is too hard, I can't do it, I feel shit, I just don't wanna do it. Like, there's gonna be days like that, I'm not gonna lie to you. But don't give up. Or if you have a meal and it wasn't on your plan, or you felt bloated and crap after because it was a plate that wasn't very good for you, just move on and get straight back on the bandwagon, get straight back on the horse and start again. You're not even starting again, you're just continuing on. One bad meal is not gonna undo there goes the plant, undo all of your hard work. Just like one good meal is not gonna get you in shape, it's your consistent actions that gives you a result. If you're consistently eating like crap and consistently not moving and consistently talking to yourself in a tone and language that puts you down, you're consistently gonna feel down and depressed and sad and crap. If you consistently choose healthy meals, if you consistently speak to yourself like you do your best friend, which is most likely really nicely and with a lot of love, if you consistently move your body, you're gonna consistently feel good and look good, okay? So keep that in mind. So I really hope these tips have helped. It's just little things that can get you going. If it did help, please give me a thumbs up and give me some feedback below. If you think someone could benefit from this video, if you know someone that's struggling and they're like so overwhelmed, they just don't know where to begin, share this video and hopefully it can help them as well. I live and I love helping all of you. And I just love hearing feedback from you because your feedback motivates and inspires me to give more, be more, and do more for all of you. I love you guys all so much. So give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and until next time, I will talk to you all on Instagram and Snapchat. Mwah! Bye!